any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Aloha from Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rainbow Warriors will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming in.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to throw at Hawkins. Quarterback now breaking the field. Caught near the sticks. It's Black. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Riley. Turning it on. Discards him with the stiff arm. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. A 1st down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking to pass. Throws to the tight end. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Pocket breaking down. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He's got it for a big play. All out of space. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you. But when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And he'll throw it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Warrior!
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Starts a drive trying to go up top. That's caught. It's Vaughn. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
You've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Davis will throw. Gets it out fast. Brings it to the open. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
Here's an incredible statistic early in this game. With that catch, he's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're only in the first quarter still. He has been getting open. He's been making catches. At some point, the defense may have to start triple covering this guy.
Looking to throw on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that shows you the confidence this QB has in his target down the field. Running the corner out, he's well covered, but he knows if he puts it up in the air, his guy is going to go climb the ladder and make a play for him. Beautiful job.
Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Hawaii! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Defense might bring the house here. Looking to throw and talking. Buying some time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left, because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket, forcing him to step up into the teeth of your rush.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Quick strike complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aggie. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? drive just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback?
And a sack all the way back into the 5.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Soft spot in the middle. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Davis looking to pass. Got his man on the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Rainbow Warriors with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. Oh, he's got some space. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. And the Rainbow Warriors are on the move. Wants to throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Caught over the middle. It's Hagan. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
The sure hands, it's Harris. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Wants to fire on second down. Fakes the grab on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
I like the idea of trying to get this guy the ball in space. He's really, really dangerous, but that's just a better job tackling on defense for no gain.
That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
A little release to the back. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Rainbow Warrior.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. We can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Purdue is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up 14 over Wake Forest. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Turning it on. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
On the move, he fires. Complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Unloads it left. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Grab behind the line. It's Vaughn. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
You might just think that dude's a power back, but what a great job coming out of the backfield, become a wide receiver, and then guess what? When he gets in the open field, that's not a lot of fun to try to bring to the ground. That's a big boy.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
The Rainbow Warriors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback keeper. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Davis looking to pass. Gets it out quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. first down from their own 23-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in, it's Armstrong. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Fires to the big fella. Oh, it's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. To start this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark, and you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Davis will throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the catch down the right side. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Hawaii. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 25 over Tennessee. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West Country, I'll let you know, Ellis.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the run, it's Price. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Look out, he's got room! Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. At the 35, he's got room. He's loose. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Rainbow Warriors will hustle to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense.
Oh, it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Floating away. Catch in the middle, it's Black. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect and keep the drive going.
Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Can't get him to the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The Aggies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to sneak it. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receiver. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Oh, and he got well as he just got rid of the football.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. And the third down pass is knocked away by the knee.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Just going to keep it after the snap. Breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite and
Pulls it in on the right. Give him 6. Touchdown, Warrior.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go rounds right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point is good. A 4-point game at 35-31. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Makes the catch. It's flat. At the 40, there he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Got it in the middle. It's Price. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Armstrong. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Riley. Touchdown, Aggie! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. He has been surgical, precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking to pass. coming. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Rainbow Warriors will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So 1st down will open up the final period. To the air on 1st down. Going deep. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Got the 1st down and still on his feet. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Great job by the running back here with the vision and patience. He sees the hole, puts his foot in the ground. He's able to get north up the field with a great burst to get the 1st down.
Dances away to buy time. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the run. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Touchdown, Hawaii! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away saying, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Got a man, it's Price.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. He's got it down the left side. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators move.
There he goes. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
A&M comes back out with another first down. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's fourth and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but it depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Davis will throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He's going to take off. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Calls his own number. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now on first down from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Weaver. Takes the easy completion. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
You know they're feeling good about this drive. They picked up a couple of first downs. Now they've got it at the 40. From the wideout. The give to the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On the ground, it's Vaughn. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Quarterback will keep it. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Try to surge forward. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
He looks short on that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed 4th down. Big-time stop for this defense.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Now improvising. He's going to run it. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Finds the tight end. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You're taking control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Aggies moving quickly to the line. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And the defense gave up some yards late in the game, but when it mattered most, when the offense had a chance to go in here and take the lead late in this football game, they absolutely closed the door, get the INT, and get the ball back to their offense.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is